us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Beautiful counter punch. The jab not finding its target. There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. This theater is used to hosting concerts and plays, but tonight it's the sweet science that takes center stage.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That jab misses. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Nice counter. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about planting that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the... Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
A perfect counter shot. That counter shot lands. No rest for the weary. Punch, counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Can't score with that jab. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement, move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about planting that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up.
On to the third. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice exchange here from both men. Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punch. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Get focused, get
There's the bell for round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just missed with that jab. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The jab doesn't quite connect. The perfect counter lands. Back and forth they go. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You'd like to see more jabs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about planting that last round. That was on to the 5th we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Couldn't land that jab. Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. Well, it's no secret who has... On to the 6th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're...
Down goes Sugar Ray Leonard. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're good.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
They both want the knockout. They exchange punches. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Can make or break a fighter.
It's not over yet. You've got to go out there.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work.
Just the same.
Round 7, here we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Looking to land the hook. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Catch and shoot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They're both trying for a knockout. Those counter punches have to hurt. The courage on display here is incredible. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this far.
I love that. That jab is slick.
Each other in your pace and win this round back. Take away that confidence. Stop him in.
And is beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there.
Let him get back into this. You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab.
Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Nice counter punch. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Beautiful counter punch. And he misses with that jab. Halfway through the round. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot.
You are ready.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the